The black 2019 GT350 style spoiler from Speedform here will be an awesome addition to the 2015 and newer fastback cars who might be looking to add that awesome Shelby swing styling, and you want to have something that's ready to bolt up right out of the box. Now, materials here will be that automotive grade ABS plastic, finished of course in the gloss black paint job here, all for right around that mid $300 price point. Install is going to go down one of two different ways. Listen, if you have a factory spoiler installed, you won't have to drill. Instead, everything's going to bolt up using your existing holes. On the other hand, if you do not have a factory spoiler installed, well, then you will need to break out that drill. So therefore, the site's just going to call this a middle of the road, 2 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, and a couple of hours to complete from start to finish, as we'll demonstrate later in the video. So even though Speedform refers to this as their GT350 style spoiler, the reality is, guys, this thing can be found on both the newer GT350 and the GT500, where Ford lovingly refers to this as the swing. Part spoiler, part wing, and easily one of the best looking factory installed spoilers offered on a Mustang since the 13 and 14 GT500, at least in my humble opinion. Now, Ford's OE version of this swing was able to produce 135 pounds of additional downforce at 120 miles an hour without the optional handling pack gurney flap, which basically added a little bit more of a kickback here to the rear of the spoiler. And while this option is going to be an appearance modification first, guys, no one's arguing otherwise, I would assume some of those similar downforce attributes or properties would be in place after this guy has been installed. Now, the Speedform option is made from that automotive grade ABS plastic and is built using OEM Ford CAD data, which basically results in a perfect fit for all S550 fastbacks out there. Now, the site does say this does not fit convertibles. However, there are some owners out there who have made some necessary modifications and some trimming needed to get this on the car. But just know, guys, that it won't be a 100% bolt-on job if you do go for this for your convertible out there. Instead, we like to recommend this for all fastbacks out there. But again, if you're feeling brave, you want to do some modifications, that is totally up to you. Last but not least, just like the factory-styled Shelby swing, the Speedform option, as you can see here, guys, finished off in a gloss black paint job, which I will say does look pretty solid overall. Now, if you did want to go with maybe a different look, you can grab this spoiler primed here at AM for roughly half the cost of the black option to eventually have color match to your ride. But for all intents and purposes, guys, the black color here is true to that Shelby styling and should offer a nice striking contrast to any color S550 out there. But now we want to segue into the installation, and again, if you do have a factory spoiler installed, the hardest part for you guys will be just removing that spoiler and the corresponding adhesive. Now, on the other hand, if you don't have a factory spoiler installed, well, again, you will need to drill using the included template. But either way, guys, we're going to walk you through the job right now, so check out our detailed walkthrough and tool breakdown right now.
Tools for this install: Phillips head screwdriver, a small extension, 10mm deep socket, an electric ratchet or ratchet, quick detailer or cleaning solution, microfiber cloth, as well as a trim removal tool. First step that we're gonna do is go ahead and take off our trunk liner, grab your trim removal tool, and get these pop clips that are located on the underside, and then we could have access to our spoiler. Go ahead and take your pry tool and get it underneath the head of the pop clips. Now, there is a series of 9 underneath the trunk liner here. After you get each one removed, that will give you access to the rear spoiler. Remove your trunk latch from the trunk liner, get them over the rubber nubs, and that will give you access to your spoiler. Now, in each corner there is a rubber plug. We're going to need to remove that plug in order to access the spoiler bolts. After those plugs are removed, we can grab our 10mm. At this point, take your 10mm and go ahead and take off the corner bolts. Make sure you're tilting your trunk lid down, that way you do not lose the nut that is on there. Now with your outside bolts unthreaded, we can move on to the two middle bolts. Simply break the thread loose and then we'll take these nuts off by hand. Make sure you're supporting the spoiler. That way it doesn't fall back on your back glass. Now with your spoiler bolts undone, you can now remove your factory spoiler. It may take a little bit of pressure due to the adhesive, but don't be afraid to give it a slight tug upwards, and you can get your spoiler removed. With your spoiler removed, right now is a great time to grab some quick detailer or cleaning solution to clean the surface of your trunk. Gunk tends to get underneath there. When we get that clean, it will give us a nice solid surface for the adhesive on our new spoiler. Now before placing your new spoiler on your trunk, go ahead and remove the red backing on the back of the 3M tape. Now with the backing of the 3M removed, this is the tricky part. Go ahead and try to get your spoiler lined up as best as you can over the factory mounting points. Making sure to look underneath if the holes line up. And now we can start screwing our spoiler in. We'll get our bolts hand threaded in first, and then we'll come back with our Phillips head and tighten them down. With all of your new screws in place, go ahead and grab your Phillips head screwdriver and get them tightened down. Go ahead and replace your rubber plugs at the outsides of the trunk. And now we can get our trunk liner back in place. Go ahead and grab your trunk latch wire and feed that through your trunk liner. Get it placed over the rubber nubs as well as the trunk latch itself. Go ahead and grab your pop clips and get them placed back into the liner. And you are good to go. And with that, that's going to wrap up this review and install of the Speedform 2019 GT350 style rear spoiler in black, fitting all your 15 to 21 Mustangs. For more cool videos just like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button at AmericanMuscle.com.